Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Oceana. So I haven't done a video like this in a while. I used to do like weekend TBRs kind of a lot back in the day, and I just felt like chatting and doing kind of like a Friday update and a Friday reads and all the things. So yeah, I'm gonna share the book that I most recently finished and then the books that I want to read over the weekend and just like stuff that's going on. Maybe a little bit of a life update as well. So just yesterday I finished The Deception by Laura Gallier. This is book 2 to the Delusion trilogy. I don't actually know what the series is called, but anyways, yeah, this is the second book. The third book is called The Defiance, and I think that's the last one. I really enjoyed this second book. It's very interesting because to me The Deception has The Delusion has This Present Darkness vibes, and then The Deception has Piercing the Darkness vibes. So I'm sure she was inspired by Frank E. Peretti's books, and I'm fine with it. It's a totally different story and, different characters and everything, but very similar plot progressions, I guess you could say. It's very good. It's really well told. I first heard about these books from Celestria. She raved about them. I don't know. She read them last year, right? Did you? Anyways, yeah, so that's who I heard it from. But yeah, the main character is a teenage boy who ends up drinking some water that gives him the ability to see into the spiritual world, so he can see demons and angels and the chains and the burdens that people have on their body that they don't know because it's spiritual, but he can see them. And so yeah, you follow him dealing with that. He's not a Christian at the beginning, so it was very satisfying to watch the progression of his faith. And even in this book, his faith continues to grow. It's also challenged for sure. And like The Deception, I was like, oh no, because there was a couple things going on in the book that I was like, is that the deception? Is that the deception? It was told really well. Like I thought I knew, and then I wasn't so sure, but then I was sure, and just one of those things. So yeah, it was told really well. I liked it a lot. It was a bit slower for my liking compared to the first book, so I only gave it 4 stars, but it still was amazing. Like I could have easily given it 5 stars and justified it, but anyways, so that's that. I did kind of start How to Walk Away by Katherine. I'm still like on chapter 1, I think. I got it from the library as a physical book, but I just wasn't in the mood to pick it up for some reason. I can't explain it, I don't know. So anyways, I got it as an ebook instead, so I've been reading it on my phone, but I'm still in the beginning stages, and I really like it. I like the writing, I like the characters so far, so I'm hoping to get a good chunk of it done over the weekend, maybe even finish it, I don't know. So for some of the Christian nonfiction that I've been reading, I have been reading It's Not Supposed to Be This Way by Lysa Terkeurst, and it's so good. I love the way she writes. It's so like real. I'm only on chapter 3, but she just captivates me with the way that she writes, and I just need to know what she has to say because I know that she's gone through it, and her words have authority because of that, and I just really appreciate that she is so vulnerable in her books about her life, and even on her Instagram, like she is so vulnerable, and not in a way that seems like inappropriate, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I just really appreciate her bringing us along on her life, and anyways, I'm inspired by it, and so I've been liking that book. So some things that are coming up, middle grade March is coming, and I wouldn't say middle grade is any part of my channel, but I am very interested in the group read for this year, and I actually already checked it out from the library. Can you see it? No, it's hidden. I already checked out from the library, Pony. And so I'm gonna try to read it. I read what it's about and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I loved Wonder so much and I didn't think I would. So hopefully this one's the same, So that's coming, And then also I do want to still read The Shack. I really think that it's the best time for me to read it. So yeah, and then I won't spoil anything else. So, because I do want to make kind of a middle grade recommendation video and then mostly just like a TBR for March. March is gonna be busy with reading, so I'm looking forward to that. February has been going well reading wise, and just exciting things are happening in that world, like my booktube world. everything's going really well, and so I'm so thankful for that because, you know, in my real life, things are not going how I hoped. So so I have not started working yet. I don't even like to acknowledge it, but I mean, how can I ignore it? I have not had a job for a long time, it feels like, and it's scary and hard, and I have been through every emotion that goes along with unemployment. I've applied to other jobs as well, heard back from some, and just still, you know, nothing is sticking. And so I've had a lot of time to pray and reflect, and it's been really hard to do that because I just feel like all that I care about is getting a job. I don't know, have you guys been through unemployment? Like, it's hard too because I feel like it was my choice, you know? I left my teaching job and then I went to school, and I had a lot of hope that it would lead to something, and there's just nothing yet. And I don't know how to make heads or tails of that. I don't know how to understand, because I don't think I missed something. And that's what I've been praying and thinking about. Like, I don't think I made a mistake, but it's really hard to look at where I am right now and be like, did I? I don't know. Yeah, it looked like things were going to start rolling again at the very end of January, because I did interview again with a job. I just still haven't heard anything, and I don't know what's going on. It, like, there's times it's almost like your mind has to protect itself, because there's times when I'm just like going about my day, but then I like realize like where I'm at, like, and I just like, I can't believe it. Like, I don't know, it's messing with every like paradigm that I have in my head of like every expectation of where I should be in my life, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm 18 again. Like, I don't know what to do with my life, and it's really weird. And I don't know how much I'm gonna leave in this video. I don't even know what I expect you guys to say. I just think just encouragement would be great. But I'm not trying to like feel sorry for myself, but I just wonder if like being honest about this will help someone else. I hope that like a lot of good can come from this season, and I know that it's not going to last forever, and I know that God is doing things behind the scenes that I can't see. But when it takes a long time, it's so hard to believe in that, and it's been really hard to worship him and seek him still when I just feel like he's not giving me what I want. So yeah, that's honestly what's going on. So it's been hard to read some things, and it's really weird. Like, there's times when I don't want to read anything to do with Christianity, like in fiction, and then there's times when that's all that I want to read. So actually reading The Deception was really helpful, because there was a time when he was getting attacked spiritually by demons, and they were putting thoughts in his head, and some of the thoughts were like borderline thoughts that I have thought over these 2 months. And it was very like eye-opening for me to read that, because as I was reading the scene, I in my head was thinking like, just cry out to Jesus, like you can stop it right then, just cry out to Jesus. And he didn't. And then I realized like what I was saying to myself, and I was like, I stopped reading, and I was like, Holy Spirit, come. I don't want to trust my thoughts. I don't want to trust my feelings. Like, I have to trust the truth of Jesus found in the Bible, and lean on that. That has to be my standard of truth for everything. He's more true than my thoughts. He's more true than my circumstances. Isn't it so disappointing when you like share some good news that's probably coming, and then it doesn't come, and then you have to tell everyone that it hasn't come and it might not come. That's how I feel with my YouTube channel and sharing my life, because I was like, oh, like I had so much hope, and I shared the hope, and then I still haven't like shared the victory yet, and it's like really disappointing, and I wish that I didn't have to say it. But yeah, I've been reading my Bible, and so many verses talk about God as the provider and God as the one who sees our suffering, and it's not for nothing, and that nothing can separate us from his love. Like, no thought of mine, no choice of mine can ever separate me. I have chosen Jesus. I know that I am saved, and I can never be far from his love. I can't outrun it. Yet my feelings tell me that he left and that I did something to mess this up. And I've had to say I cannot trust those thoughts anymore, because they just bring despair. And like, if I can just, you know, place everything that I am on the Word of God, there has to be power in that, right? And like, it has to shift things, and it's denying my own like human nature and saying I choose God's way and what he says, and it's the only way that I can get through this. It's weird, I've been through unemployment before, but never this long and never this like disheartening, because I feel like I'm old now. I should have a job that I stick with, you know? And I don't know, it's really weird. I don't know how much more I'm gonna say, but yeah, I guess I just wanted to share that, and thank you for listening, and I really appreciate your prayers if you want to do that. And I guess I just want to encourage you that people struggle more than you think they do, and that's what I've been learning. It's so easy to look at someone and think they don't struggle with what I struggle with, and maybe they don't, but they struggle with something else. And then just that Jesus sees you, and your struggle is not for nothing. He is right beside you always, even when you can't feel him, even when it truly feels like there's nothing there. Believe that he's there, and wait for him. So I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I thought I would say like a little something in this video, but I didn't know how much I would say. So again, thank you so much for being here on my channel. It's one of the bright lights in my life, as it always has been. So I really appreciate you guys, and I would love to chat in the comments if you want to share anything similar you've been through, or just a way that God has shown his love for you. I would love to read your stories. And then yeah, I shared the books, and if you want to talk books too, I'm fine with that. And yeah, I do want to talk about middle grade in my next video probably. Oh, the other thing also, I think I want to start uploading Tuesdays and Fridays. I have never liked a schedule. I never wanted to stick to a schedule, but right now it feels good to have some kind of like structure and control in my life. So for my YouTube channel, I think I do want to try to have an upload schedule. So it most likely will change in the future, but for now, for the next while, I want to upload Tuesdays and Fridays. So yeah, those will for sure have videos on them, and then maybe I'll upload random days within that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that too. So yeah, I think that's everything. You can watch the bloopers. I'm sure I'll put some at the very end. That's what I've been doing, and it's really fun to do that. So okay, actually done now. Thank you for watching. Bye. So hopefully talking about middle grade doesn't feel I don't know. I didn't actually finish it. Okay.